I've heard about it, but I didn't quite understand how or what do you call it, what it was all about. It was related with eyesight or like the works of your, you know, eyeballs or whatsoever. I've heard about it, but not quite understand.
While I'm not aware of that condition, I would assume that it's another condition that is linked to myopia within adolescence.
Yes, I am aware of that.
I think it has something to do with habit of the lifestyle of someone. Like maybe the amount of the light that was supposed to be adjusted to your eyesight was supposed to be in proportional, but in some cases it was being exposed too much, so it can get your eye strain, like, or maybe your eye muscle becoming tired fast, and eventually by the end maybe it will kind of influence the final performance of your eyesight.
Well, I think that there's a lot of research out on it. I haven't kept up with the most recent research, but I think that just based on observations more recently that a lot of adolescents are struggling with myopia and other eye issues because of screens, laptops, and their telephones quite a bit more now.
I think it's a big enough problem that it requires medical intervention. It requires some amount of public policy to be made.
Oh, good habits really really important because it might help us to maintain our eyesight quality, and eventually by the end you can enjoy your eye function longer instead of having it like lack of waste, and then eventually by the end your eyesight will have a problem, and when you get older you will have eyesight problem.
Well, I think just like anything else, maintaining good habits for all aspects of your health are important. For eye health, I know that more recent studies have been saying reduce your screen time, especially reducing screen time closer to your bedtime. Maintaining dark mode if you can, maintaining the blue screen filter in order to reduce eye strain.
It's fairly important. I mean, there are a lot of eye defects which are genetic in nature, but then they are also affected by things like blood pressure. They're also affected by things like active lifestyle or not, and so on. So you do need to be able to keep yourself healthy and your diet healthy to make sure that you don't get these problems.
There's a lot of facts actually, like factors of less amount of lights. That was, it's too dark maybe, or it's too bright, or maybe because of the high intensity when you are looking at the particular blue screen like that. So it radiates, like the radiation that came from the lights to your eyes. So those are the factors that influence the eye's refraction. So I think if you have the opposite of it, like you can start controlling the amount of the lights, and then you can start managing the time, like the duration of how long the amount of the lights that goes into your eyes, maybe you can avoid that kind of problems.
Again, I'm not exactly sure about the diagnosis for refractive errors, but I think with a lot of abnormalities, if you're saying that it's something that happens after and it's not after birth and it's not a genetic thing, again, just making sure that you are taking good care of your health, nutrition, making sure that you are maintaining a minimum amount of screen time every day, and if you are required to be looking at a computer screen, laptop screen, or any other kind of screen, that you are taking frequent breaks from that screen.
Difficult to say, but by and large, too much strain on your eyes, too little of some sorts of vitamins in your diet. Sometimes too much fat in your food will also cause some forms of degeneration. Yeah, lots of different types of things. Yeah.
Oh, burden. Of course, you will have issues when you are driving at the night. So you need to be very careful with it, right? And then you might have another issue, like your eyes get tired easily, like that. So it's kind of like burden you to be more active, especially in outdoor activity, or during nighttime, or during low light hours.
as with any kind of health issue, just ongoing costs, ongoing long-term disability is possible, and again, depending on what some of the indicators are and what the inputs are, can have long-term consequences in the future.
That depends on the severity and on your economic background and all, and whether you're able to get a timely intervention or not. But it can lead to blindness. It can lead to really severely impaired lifestyles. It can lead to a lot of bad outcomes if you're driving, for example.
I believe so, because the country is actually contributing for the health sectors. So just like in Indonesia, we have the BPJS, right? BPJS is to cover the health insurance, and some of the funding for the BPJS is actually came from the economic income from our country. It's just like a cross-subsidy. So if our economic sector is also low, it means that it will not be able to cover the health insurance that was given by the government. So that one would be the correlation, I guess.
Yeah, absolutely. Sometimes, because especially with countries with large socioeconomic populations, they're unable to get adequate access, or access at all to good eye health care.
Certainly, the impact of economy is quite evident from the fact that if you have dietary issues, those dietary issues typically come from the fact that people are not able to afford good food, good nutrition, and so on. So it would lead to these kinds of issues being amplified.
I think the government should, like especially in this case, the health minister should have more what do you call it? Some sort of a symposium, or some sort of like a workshop, or some sort of like health facilities that can, encouraging them to have a healthier lifestyles related to their eyesight. So rather than wasting money to cure the eyesight problem, we could have like some sort of a promotion program, like to promote healthy lifestyles, and then also giving the ways so people will understand how to look after their eyesight.
We do some of it here. We have free eye checkups for the low socioeconomically able people. Additional education about making sure that your screen time is reduced, or again, that you are taking breaks. Lots of little things can be done to ensure that we have a healthy eye population.
I don't know if there's a solution per se. I mean, the disease is not going to go away simply because you don't want it. But certainly at the level of the economy and at the level of public policy, you can have better infrastructure, better facilities for people, and better medical facilities, and better reach even for poor people. So you should be able to provide that kind of support to poor people as well, and that's probably the way to go.